Hello my country people, welcome back to the news. E don red o, everywhere don scatter. Ohanaeze ndị Igbo dey para seriously for Tinubu government. They don threa ten to carry federal government go court because of this southeast ministerial slot. No be small thing dey happen o. Ohanaeze have threa ten to sue the federal government over the southeast ministerial slot. They don talk say wetin Tinubu government dey do southeasterners, they no like am o, and it's quite unfair, because how can other zones be having over 10 ministers, and then when it comes to the southeast they are having only 5? Why would Tinubu give them 5 slots, which is quite unfair to them? Now they are seriously angry, and they have decided to drag the federal government to court over the appointment of 5 ministers from the southeast. Guys, this is serious. Let's find out more as we hit the news. But if you're joining us for the first time, you're very much welcome. I sincerely appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe, and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. The President General of the Igbo Apex Socio-Cultural Group, Ohanaeze ndị Igbo, Emmanuel Iwanyanwu, has threatened to sue the federal government for appointing just 5 ministers from the southeast. The Ohanaeze stated that the federal government failed to be fair to the southeast by giving them more ministerial appointments like other zones of the country in the Federal Executive Council. Iwanyanwu made this disclosure at the press conference in Owerri, the Imo capital, that it is quite unfair for President Tinubu to give the southeast only 5 slots for ministerial appointment, while other zones boast of 10 ministers. The Ohanaeze leader described the action as unfair and contravenes the principles of federal character. He has also appealed to the federal government to create additional states in the southeast to make it even with other geopolitical zones in the country. He added that the inability of the government to create an additional state is causing a lot of underdevelopment and suffering in the southeast, and if care is not taken, it gets out of hands. So this is the Ohanaeze dragging Tinubu to court over appointments of 5 ministers from the southeast. So it seems that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government is going to face a fresh legal battle with Ohanaeze ndị Igbo over the recent appointment of ministers. They've threatened to sue the president for appointing just 5 ministers from the southeast region. The Igbo political group have described the action as unfair to the region, that other zones got more than what they are getting. So this is not what they bargained for. This is not what they expected from the government of Tinubu. But this is, as if they are not in existence. So they've issued a fresh threat at a press conference in Owerri, the Imo capital, on Wednesday, that all this contravenes the principles of federal character. They've urged the government of Tinubu to look into this issue and address it. They've threatened legal action if their demands is not being met. They've also demanded for a creation of new states in the southeast. Yes, my country people. They've demanded the creation of new states in order to address, the injustice of the region having only 5 states. The President General of Ohanaeze ndị Igbo, Iwanyanwu, who stated this while briefing journalists in Owerri, said the organization will have no choice but to seek proper interpretation of the Nigeria's constitution in court if the federal government fails to respond positively to this request. And according to Ohanaeze ndị Igbo, they are more concerned about this issue because it is obvious that the inequality, the injustice manifested in the recent appointment of members of the Federal Executive Council, although altogether were 48 members, they were appointed and sworn in. Altogether were 48 members, but only 5 were appointed from the southeast. And going by the principle of federal character, the Southeast ought to have gotten at least 8 members. So this action has put the Southeast in an absolute minority in the Federal Executive Council. For the avoidance of doubt, Ohanaeze Ndigbo stands for equity, stands for justice. They believe that equity and justice are fundamental things for enduring a harmonious relationship in a country such as Nigeria with many diversities. The federal character is enshrined in our constitution, is a major step towards the management of the Nigeria's many diversities. All these years they've been patiently watching some people in authority that denied the Southeast their rights. But now, this is just another case entirely, because there is no explanation whatsoever for giving five states to the Southeast, whereas other zones are having 6 and 7 states. And this situation has put the Southeast in a serious handicap. Now look at how it is, because many appointments are made based on the equality of the state. So on this, Southeast has lost a lot of appointment opportunities. Talking about the states in the Southeast, that's why they got 5 ministers. Southeast has lost a whole state legislative assembly, the Federal House of Assembly, 3 senators. The impact of this is also felt during the presidential primaries, where delegates are drawn from state and local governments. And they've really looked into this and said, see, the Southeast is committed to the peace and progress and development of all parts of Nigeria. And they have appealed to the president to look into this case and ensure that the National Executive Council is adjusted to reflect the federal character. Because if it is not adjusted, then that means they will have to take a legal action against the president. They've also demanded the action to be taken, that action should be taken to create new states in the Southeast in order to address the injustice of the Southeast having just 5 states. Some of the reasons given by political leaders is that the Southeast did not vote for them during their elections. The Southeast did not vote. Maybe that's what they would say, why they are treating the Southeast this way. But if the federal government fails to respond positively to this request, then Ohanaeze has declared that they have no choice than to go to court and seek proper interpretation of the Nigerian Constitution. Guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you.